Hello, and welcome to A Fair World. My name is Jacqueline, and my husband Josh and I are working towards financial freedom for our family. We have goals every year, but I think recording our goals starting in 2022 will help us keep accountable. These are in no particular order because I think they are all equally important. I'm also not suggesting that these should be on everyone's goals, but maybe can give you some inspiration. So please leave some happy comments for our first video and subscribe if you want to see more. Let's get started. Make an LLC. So our first goal is to start an LLC. This isn't necessarily a step for everyone, but as well as having YouTube channel, we also have property and have goals towards buying more. An LLC or limited liability company is just a way to protect owners of small companies from personally having to repay if they are sued for any reason. Only the business would be liable. Each state has their own fees and rules that should be reviewed before forming. There are advantages and disadvantages to LLCs, but I'm not going to get into it now. If you want, I can make a separate video about the topic, but just know I am not an accountant. Get passports. As a married couple, we've never had passports. We went to St. Thomas in 2021, but that's an American territory, so passports weren't required. You'll see later in the video why we want to get passports, but basically we want to travel this year. It's not too hard of a goal, but for some reason it always seems to be time consuming or expensive, so we never got them done. About 3 years into being married, we actually had the pictures taken and did the paperwork for passports, but for whatever reason we just didn't follow through. This year we're gonna get it done. Hit $150,000 net worth. This is an important milestone because we were so close to making $100,000 net worth in 2021. So now I want to work hard to make it 150. I'll do a separate video about how to calculate your net worth. Maybe I'll get my husband to help because he made the tracker and graph that we use. We have been tracking our net worth for over a year now every month, and I think it's a great way to motivate you to get rid of debt or increase the net worth value. We'll be doing monthly videos tracking this progress. Who knows, maybe we can even surpass this goal. Graduate nursing school. This next goal is a big personal step for myself. We got married while we were pretty young, so I was already in college and my husband had just graduated from high school. We had kids right after getting married, so going to school was hard. I had received a degree, but I wasn't satisfied with it and I didn't know what to do for a career. I tried to stay home with my kids and focus on spending time with them while Josh worked. After they were old enough to go to elementary school, I went back to get my nursing degree. I graduate in May 2022, and I'm so excited to be in a field with so much potential for success. Pass the Nclex. After graduating, I will still have to take the national certification exam and pass it before I can become an RN. My school has an end of program review, so we can go over everything we've learned. Does every school have that? I assume so. I'm not too worried about passing the exam, but I may get a program to help me go over questions to practice before it, but I'm not planning on taking too long before the exam. Take at least one camping trip. My family really enjoys going camping, but we didn't get to last year. The year before, we went camping in Colorado Springs near Pikes Peak for Labor Day. Is it just me, or does it take a couple days before you can get into camping? Usually the night after the first day, I'm always ready to sleep in my bed at home, but then I get more into it. Do you like bare bones camping with no electricity or bathrooms? We stayed at a campground that had a swimming pool, bathrooms, and a playground. It made for an easy day after we'd get back from hiking or an activity because the kids would go swimming and make friends while we could just relax. Buy a Four Plex. We have been waiting and saving for the right time to buy a bigger rental unit. Right now, we just have a single family home that we rent out. We used our VA loan to purchase the home when we first moved to Cheyenne. After living in it for a couple years, we moved out to on-base housing and found a great family to rent it. Now we need to talk to our loan officer, but we think it will be possible to buy the fourplex. There are quite a few in such a small town. One reason possibly is because of the people coming and going in the Air Force. We can also make videos about the buying process for those that are interested. We are excited to get into the larger scale rental property business. Plan a trip to Italy. Our passports will come in handy because we're planning to take a trip to Italy. I had to do a country project over Italy in school, and ever since then I have always loved it. We want to take a 2-week trip throughout Italy, probably around September or October, so it's not too busy or hot. We are planning on just the two of us going. We still have to work out the details since we don't have family that lives nearby, so it may be hard to go then since the kids are in school. Either way, I'm so excited to get to visit such a beautiful place. Climb a 14-footer. We live near the Rocky Mountains for now, so while we were here, we might as well do much fun as we can. There are so many 14,000 feet mountains in Colorado and even some in Wyoming, so we plan on going to at least one this year. This might also turn into a camping trip since we'd have to start hiking up pretty early in the morning. I doubt my kids would want to do this, so we might do this one while they were on summer break visiting grandparents and family. Plus, the mountains are only open in the summertime due to the weather and snow. Husband gets associate's degree. I'm making this one to keep my husband accountable. He wants to take CLEP exams for some of his college courses. School, work, and family can be a difficult balance, but I want to help keep him motivated. He wants to get his bachelor's degree in accounting, and he can have more promotions by completing the associates. I'm really rooting for him to do this because I know he can. Meet with financial planner. At some point before we get our taxes done for the year, I'd like to speak with a financial planner or advisor. The Air Force here has employed personnel to help its members plan for their future. I think it would be beneficial to hear someone else's suggestions since they have more experience and knowledge about finances. We want to make sure our family is investing in our future the best way possible. Go to the Grand Canyon. The only time we have seen the Grand Canyon was flying over to go to Las Vegas, so I don't think that really counts. It's one of those places on Josh's bucket list, but let me know, is it a day trip kind of place? Should we get a hotel or camp there? I'm not sure what all there is to do there, so let me know if you have any suggestions. That was it for my goals, so let me know in the comments if you have any goals for this year.